Hey guys, John back again. Still getting over my laryngitis. I know that you've been seeing my daily videos, but I record my videos and then I put them in queue on YouTube. So I had videos already out until the 16th of this month. So my laryngitis, this is being recorded after my laryngitis, and I still am struggling with my laryngitis, but it's coming back. Um, Hopefully, by the time you see this video, my laryngitis is much better. So, um, I want to go through some of the questions. I've got several here that have been coming in, and I'm really excited because I love when you guys give me questions because the questions give us more to talk about and more to discuss and learn from each other. So I think it's lovely. So I'm just going to start going down the list here and see what I see. um, First one is, could you speak about the Shroud? Could you speak about the Shroud, meaning the Shroud of Turin? Um, Shroud of Turin is a very interesting thing. It's like one of the ancient relics that you always see, and it's like right now across the world there's supposedly so many pieces of the true cross that they could make a field of crosses. um, so I mean, in the Middle Ages, it was very big business um, to sell relics. Um, Shroud of Turin. Now, the Shroud of Turin is an interesting one because back in the 70s they did studies on it and they tested a piece of the fabric and it came back into the 1200s and on the guy's deathbed, well, not on his deathbed, but before he died, he had recanted his study because he discovered that the area that he had taken the fabric from was rewoven after a fire. They rewove new material back into the shroud because that part of the shroud had been burned in a church fire. And so what he had tested was absolutely from the Middle Ages, but it was rewoven in the Middle Ages. There recently has been another study claiming that they tested a different area and they got the same result. There's some anomalies in this that I find interesting, and do I know whether it's true or not, whether it's the real thing or not? I have no clue. I know that when they had the shroud for centuries, and when they finally had the ability to take photographs of it, they realized that it was a negative that they were seeing, something that was not possible back in the Middle Ages or before. So what creates a negative is a bright light of some variety. So you've got this light that flashes through and it creates the negative on film, right? The play of light. So something created light that created this image. The other thing is when you look at it, and my memory of the crucifixion and up to was of a man who was beaten in many ways. He was whipped with floggers. Everybody calls it whips, but they're not really whips; they're floggers, multi-tailed, and I saw beads and actually shards of like pottery and things attached to those floggers. And I've since done some research and discovered that they did used to use a resin and put pieces of glass and pottery on the thongs to cause more damage. And so, but when you look at the reverse of the Shroud of Turin, the backside, or the back of the image, you can see whip marks from multi-tailed floggers with beads. You can see multiple hits on this person from the exact kind of flogger that I saw. In the facial image, to me, it looks like the left eye is swollen, and when I had my regression, and there's a story I tell about when they pushed the cross up and it dropped into the hole that the cross was being held by. I remember his eye being swollen. I remembered exactly that. So the more I look at the Shroud of Turin, right, the more impressed I am with what I see on the Shroud of Turin. When I took that picture in Norway and that face showed up, to me it looked like the Shroud of Turin. And so I took a half of the picture of the Shroud of Turin and I put it on that image, and it completed the face. It gave the nostrils in the same spot, the eyes in the same spot, the mustache and the beard lines connected, the hairlines connected. It completed the face that was in my image. So the more I look at this, I look at all the scientific data that says that it's from the 1200s, I tend to believe it's real. Why? Because it matches up with my memories. It matches up with what I see. Does it really matter if it's real? No. And the reason it doesn't really matter if it's real is because of the idea of he never wanted to be deified anyway. So creating some venerable object that we set apart as, oh my God, that's him. Oh my gosh, he would hate that. He would not like that at all. He would like, no, get rid of that. It's about you, not me. So my take on the shroud is this: something happened to create that shroud. Something that had light involved in it in some form. The depiction on the shroud matches my memory, and not only my memory of the man, but my memory of the wounds he had. And so, to me, it's real. And it comes down to a matter of faith. What do you believe? I believe it's real. I have faith that it's real. But it doesn't really matter if it's real. It doesn't really matter if it's not real. If it reminds you of what he was teaching, great. If it doesn't, then what's the point of it anyway? But we shouldn't be looking in the past anyway, because the past doesn't change. Only moment that you live, that you have creative process, is your present moment. It's the only moment you have thought, word, and deed. So focusing on whether these relics are real or not is really kind of like spinning your wheels. It's an argument that we can go back and forth on. But why? Doesn't matter. So that's my thought on the Shroud of Turin. And I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.